What's up, guys? Mike here. Today we're going to talk about chords and different keys, okay? So you may want to learn a song, right? And it may be in a certain key, but that key may not fit your vocal range, or it just may not be the key that you want to play it in. Maybe you want to transpose it. So how do you transpose a song to a different key? First, you have to understand what chords go with what key. So for the purpose of this video, it's mostly going to be popular music, which is mostly going to be in major, right? You have minor and you have major. So just to make this simple, let's take the C major scale, because the key of C has no sharps or flats. So really simple. We don't have to get into sharps and flats. So just going to play a C major scale. So starting on the 3rd fret of the A string, C, then we have D at the 5th fret, then we have E at the 2nd fret of the D string, we have F at the 3rd fret of the D string, we have G at the 5th fret, then moving down to the G string we have A, and then we have B at the 4th fret, and then we're at the octave C. Okay, so octave means 8, right? Because we got from the root note to the next octave, which is the same note, just 8 notes above it. So those are all the notes that make up the C major scale. Now each one of those notes could build a chord, okay? And what kind of chord and the relationship to the key is what's going to matter when you want to transpose, because when you want to transpose to a different key, you want to keep the relationship of the chords the same, okay? So the root note C of the scale is going to produce a major chord, which is because we're in a major scale, so C major. All right, and all you have to do to build a chord is stack thirds. What do I mean by that? So you have a root note, a third, and a fifth. Okay, so all I do is take the root note, that's C, then I count up 3. C, D, E. So the third is E. So C and E. That's my third. And then up 5 from C, the 5th, right? Root, 3rd, 5th. So we have C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so C, E, and G makes a C major chord. All right. So the one, and each chord is referred to by a number. All right, and they use Roman numerals. All right, just to make it more confusing. So the one chord in C is major, C major. Now the 2 chord, which is going to start with the root note on D, right? Because C, D is 2. So D, now if we take the same principle and do a root 3rd, 5th on D, we're going to take D, the 3rd is D, E, F, and the 5th is D, E, F, G, A. All right, that's the 5th. You always count the root as 1. So D, F, and A. Well, what kind of chord does that make? So we have D, F, A. Now, if you had to guess, does that sound major or minor? Kind of sounds eerie, a little bit different than the major, right? So D is going to be minor. And I'm going to put this in the comments, but so your 2 chord is going to be a minor chord. Okay. Now we're going to do the 3 chord. So the 3 in the key of C, C, D, E. Okay, so E. So E, now if we take E as the root note and do the same thing, root, 3rd, 5th, that's how you build chords. The root note is going to be E, the 3rd is going to be E, F, G, and the 5th is going to be E, F, G, A, B. So E, G, B. What kind of chord is that going to create? So we have E, G, B. Well, it sounds just like the D chord, so that's going to be an E minor chord, or you could play it over here in open position. All right, so far we have C, D minor, E minor. All right, now the 4th note of the scale, C, D, E, F, F. F is going to be the root note. The 3rd is going to be F, G, A. And the 5th will be F, G, A, B, C. All I'm doing is counting up to 5 from the root note of whatever chord you're starting with. So F, A, C. So F, A, C is going to produce you a major chord. You can kind of hear that. All All right, so the 4 chord in the key of C is F, and it's a major chord. Okay, now we're getting along. So now the 5th chord, okay, so if we count C, D, E, F, G, so G is the 5th note of the C major scale. If we build a chord on G, we're going to take G, count up a 3rd, G, A, B, count up a 5th from G, G, A, B, C, D. So G, B, D. So G in the key of C is going to be a major chord. It's also the dominant chord. In the major scale, the 5th chord is dominant, so you can also play a G7 if you want. Okay, moving along, A. So C, D, E, F, G, A. A is the 6th chord in the C major scale. So A, if we take the root note A, I'm just playing any A. You could take any A you want. You could take the A over here on the G string. Okay, now from A, we're going to count up a 3rd. A, B, C. So A to C, already that sounds a little different than major, right? That sounds minor to me. So A to C is a minor 3rd. Then from A, we count A, B, C, D, E. So A, C, and E. That's going to produce you a minor chord. So the 6th chord in the key of C, or a 6th chord in a major scale, is going to be always minor. So again, coming back to transposing, right? If we're in the key of C, we know the 6th chord is A minor. If we changed it to the key of G, for example, and we wanted to know what the 6th chord is, we know it's going to be a minor chord, and all we have to do from G is count up 6. G, A, B, C, D, E. So in the key of G, the 6th chord would be E minor. All right, I know I'm throwing a lot of theory at you, but we're almost there. So we just did A minor in the key of C. Now we're going to move to the 7th note of the scale, which is B. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B. All right, that's 7. So the B note, we're going to go up a 3rd, B, C, D. Okay, now we're going to go up a 5th, B, C, D, E, F. Now that sounds different than anything else we've done, and that's actually a diminished chord. And I'm not going to go too much into that, but the 7th chord, or the 7th chord in any major scale is going to be diminished. And then you're back to the root note C again. So just to play through every chord, we have the 1 chord C, 2 chord is D minor, the 3 chord is E minor, the 4 chord is F major, the 5 chord is G major, or you could do a dominant 7, the 6th chord is A minor, the 7th chord is B diminished, sorry, and then you're back to C. Alright, so those are the chords within the major scale, and in the next video, we're gonna talk about how that applies to transposing songs. Alright, thank you guys for watching.